Hello everyone, welcome back to Wildermyth. Today we're going to be starting the Omenroad campaign. DLC just came out, so it seems like it would be really cool to do. So, a walk in the unlight. Heroes in their hall receive an invitation to a ball, in a castle that doesn't exist. Through the skeleton of all our yonderings they'll go, to answer the summons of a time-lost dragon, a roadless walk of wonder, companionship, and repair. Through the skeleton of all our yonderings they'll go. Interesting? Is this going to be like a combination of a lot of the various other stories that we've done? Interesting. Main enemy, random, tragic hero, all progress is auto-saved and game over is final. Yeah, no, everything's cool. So let's get in. I'm interested to see how this campaign differs from the other ones and stuff. So... I think I'm probably gonna grab some cool people from my legacy for sure. Randomize. I had 2 mystics last time, so let's try getting like a cool... Who else can I pick from my legacy? We could get Oral. We could get Oral. Oh, Oral's so good though. Let's see, I might pick Azriel or Andra as far as, this crew goes. Ooh, or Vara. Vara could be really cool too. Vara could be really cool too. You know, we haven't had Vara in a long time. Let's grab Vara. Okay, so what do you have? Through shot. And let's grab Quelling Moss, those are pretty good. So Vara's going to be our hunter. And then... Warrior Hughes? Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. Okay, so now maybe we randomize to... I said I didn't want a Mystic, but... I think we need one now. Specifically because, yeah... We have a Warrior, a Rogue, I need a Mystic. Ellen's 4 is fine. We'll go with Ellen's 4. Alright. Enter. We got Vara and Hughes. Oh yeah, I gotta pick Hughes stuff. I like Broad Swipes and Shield Shear, so you can have those. Alright, let's see how... Okay, that's a roguelike screen that I recognize. Right there. That is definitely a roguelike screen that I recognize. This will be super fun to play with friends and stuff. I love roguelikes, for those that don't know. I have played a fair amount of them in my free time and on my stream and stuff like that, so... Let's get in. For the Umbral Door. Days down from daylight. Hughes? Say, if you want me to take the lead for a bit, I can. Sorry. Shh. You're alright. Lies an unseen empire of ifs and asks, where the rocks relax and fiction cracks one dreaming eye. Things can exist there without needing to prove it. What is this, little friend? You're a mole? Sheltered among shelves of stone where sun and stars have never shone. To fresh senses seeming sudden, though they came about so slow. Fossil air wafts warm from unseen cavern heights. Whirl. Womb air, an odor where mountains were first conceived. You're like a small quail bird, gazing at a broad, grim storm front. How deep are we? Down? How deep? Deeper than deep, you know, because there's Gwirls. Gwirl. That's what they're called. Okay, and then that's a father fungus. I wonder if you're specifically the one from the Deepest campaign, though. Since it mentioned, like, the Yonderings would come together, which I have not done the Dravin campaign yet, but... Remember, you wanted this. Gwirl. Don't play with the Gwirls. Except sometimes. Meh. Except sometimes. Oh. Yeah. As is our custom, my wife is correct. Okay, so yeah, you are straight up the ones from the Deepest campaign. Or no. Was that the Deepest? No, that wasn't the Deepest campaign. That was a different campaign. Was that the Morthagi one? Where, yeah, the father fungus and stuff were together. Sometimes the Gwirls want to tussle. Okay. So, yeah, so if they want to tussle, then it's actually fine. It's even nice. So if the girls observably want to tussle, it'd be nice of you to oblige them. But assume they don't. Squirrel. Come, this young and powerful ambassador will lead us. The squirrel bustles on fluid-moving, silent white legs. After the backbending journey that led here, Hughes and Ellensford roll their shoulders, stretch stiff muscles. Even the deep roots of hills have their denizens. Am I unnerved by that? Or uplifted? You're Arnon's wife? I'd like to call you by your name if I could. I say Velda because that'll forever mean me. Forever's quite a word. This isn't a trap, is it? Hughes'd be pretty frustrated if it was. I had to convince him. Heh, if I were picking whenabouts and wheres to kill you, it wouldn't be such a long walk. They'd been in the midst of a long, dry summer. Happy for ants, miserable for corn. Lucky day, though. Hope we get a storm. Horns loomed in the night. Out of fog infused with the yellow light of the moon, it swallowed. Red all my flesh with no arrows or blows. I'm old and wind-roughed as all here-going roads. Weird weather sometimes makes you listen, even to enemies and poets. The old deepest had tossed in the dirt a tablet, a token, graven with an elder mark, the symbol of a favor owed. He has a sense of drama, your husband. And 6 more senses besides. Keener than he seems, my Arnon. Thump. There, nice invitation. Oh, why was it wet? Our invitation was wet. Invitation? That you brought. Was it wet? Must have been the rain. Among the cave slopes, 100 tunnels might be hidden. Seems like a difficult life. Even we are uncomfortable in the earthly heat. You feel the weight of all the ground above you. These caverns are many wells below Warren depth. Are the squirrels at home here? Who knows? Not sure when, but they once got a master. And they loved their master well. Your host is who I'm thinking of. Our gracious host. Ever met this dragon? Ugly old me, never get the chance. The dragon's invitation had been neatly written, perfumed with a smell of cave water, though that might have been owed to traveling among the clothes of its courier. Invited to a party never matched, now we're after. At my great citadel in Nitherfarwen. Netherflare, that means... Land of rhyme and glamour. We shall flit and frolic the length of my long hall. With the heroes and legends of all time and distance, at the never-before ball. Held only once per existence. Isn't that a rumpy flourish? It's a confluence of favors that brings me here to the Gorls and to human heroes along before. And so you stand before it, the door, the umbral door. Marks the end of my oath errand, mine and my wife's. The door to Netherflare. So it said. Only Gorls go freely. Feel like nonsense, but it doesn't at all, does it? Stories all my life, I thought of them. Mostly as morality tales, but now I know. There always existed this sea beneath me. Sea of bottomless unknowing. And I'm here ready to plunge myself in. Arnon, dear. Why'd you only bring 2? Call in my sense of caution. That's the 8th and most husbandly sense. 2? Everyone else is dead? We don't think so. No, definitely not dead. We're just who's left. Oh wait, that's you. We're just who's left, holding unchallenged lines. Still is important, even when it doesn't feel like it. We're the lucky left-behinders, yes. 5 you would have wanted, they sent out just this spring for the culminating fight. We've been battling the Bone Imperator, some great and 100-limbed Morthagi thing, if you know what that is. Modern Morthagi all my life, it feels like. Used to be on that team. The one that went, that far-going team, but not this time. This time I'm a window watcher, a door guard. 2 of you is not so many. The others will return. Not telling you everything, but let's leave it here. They're not with us tonight. This is interesting, because it seems like, you know, the game itself is specifically referencing the various other kind of campaigns we've had, and they're kind of converging in this thing here, and we're even referencing them, like, Hughes is even referencing the fact that he's been a side character in other people's stories, and he'll always be that, despite him being the main character, or one of the main characters in this story, it seems like it's going to be, so this is interesting. In any case, the militia alone are enough to fend off your band, and I doubt you could bring a larger force to bear unnoticed. Such schemes don't spring from a tired head like mine, be easy. The girl who led them now stills. Its flat and black stare feels out their faces, but their eyes are turned doomwards. To the door, the umbral door. Up close, it still seems to radiate. Look upon me. The walls behind it shimmer, grafted night. The great umbral door gives off the ghost of a hum, tunelessly familiar, like wind in the teeth of old farm walls. Hughes? My legs suddenly don't want to move. This is what you wanted, remember? I said it was too big a risk. There's no announcement but the groan of barely budging rock. Then the sudden lack of any noise at all, as if the door holds its breath. Finally, a filament of light. Becomes a moon ray, becomes a whitening surge. And it could have been a blink, could have been an hour, where stood a grand forbidding door. Now spans a brilliant blank. Liquid and strange, fragrant as a field of foreign flowers. One figure floats in the milky ether. Drifts to them with the calm of a feather on slow currents. As Elthiar! Stop spewing, you old spoil baron, or leave the cave! I bring you a glittering welcome, human heroes. The only kind Glyphrix would have me extend. Voice low and careful, given the impression it will carry just as far as it's meant to. I am Elthiar, yes. From across all Nitherfarrowen, I am come to collect you. Wow. However, is it only the pair of you? Only the... well, because... Kriorg! A marrow-loosening horn blast rips their attention back into the dark, as deepest boil up from every crevice. Squirrel! You two? You're not our guys. Oh, kill us! What? Forth, my lowlings, where the hunter blows his note. It's through the door and down, for immortality, for the memory of the Messiah, for our queen and king. They're trying to get through? You specifically mention it's through the door and down, for immortality, for the memory of the Messiah, for our queen and king. You're specifically referencing the people that we killed. That is super interesting. They're saying, yeah, like their quest for immortality and the memory of their... we basically martyred them to these people, and now they're still coming after us. Trying to get through? Is it bad if they pass the door? Is it bad? Squirrels are fighting. Battle, Ellen's for a real battle. Stay close. Fearless are we who walk unsleeping. Forth we all and over their bones to our immortal reward. Uh-oh. Okay, Ellen's for salty. You don't seem very salty to me. Upon interfusing with the tree, enter Grey Plane, Tree Call. I mean, Tree Call would be really cool. Let's go Naturalist. Okay, we have Speaker of the Depths, the Woken Slinger, Horn Children, and a Chastised. Yoked with groaning rock, it struggles and yields ground. Wearing bellows follow every thrown boulder. I don't even remember actually fighting one of those during our campaign, but at least we have these friends to help out. Flesh-eating Toxin. Attacks apply 2 poison. Hunters of the Deep. Double damage after armor when flanking. Rock face become hidden after dodging an attack. That's neat. Okay. And yeah, they have Dark Promises. Because the Speaker's back there as well. Okay, kill the Speaker of the Depths. Deepest will keep coming. Reinforcements are coming. Ooh, that's gonna be a hard ask. Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty hard ask, actually. I mean, I'll try my best, but, God, the Horned Children are so hard to hit, too. Well, I kinda nailed it, at least. Hughes... Let's see... I could cone of fire them. You take big damage from it. You won't die from this. Because you're just gonna, yeah, you're just gonna get your stuff back next turn. I think hitting you is the better call. There we go. Oh wait, I do actually get to control them. I kind of assumed they were gonna be AI controlled. Oh, okay. Okay, you got a little bit of poison there. We can't wall with each other, it looks like. You move right here. Okay. You wait. This Woken's gonna live, and that's gonna be kind of annoying, because you might kill one of my dragon spears. But I can at least kill the Horn Child. Okay. Hopefully this one dodges. It lived with 1 HP, which is annoying. Oh, you shredded a little bit of my armor. Okay. Okay, good. Good dodge. There's the Speaker of the Depths. Okay. As long as they're walking up like a fool. I really don't want to deal with that Chastised. Okay. Ooh, that Chastised is here. So what exactly do they do? There's a giant boulder that damages and knockback enemies on that tile and any adjacent non-diagonal tiles. Don't like that. That's not ideal. I mean, I think I'm just gonna have to move up with this crew as best I can. Like, I'm hoping that the battle just ends when we get that far. Fashion for the fray. Let's see. Can't quite hit you with one of those. Let's see. Saying there's a chance I kill you there. I'm gonna do one of those, and then do one of those for a better chance. Just to guarantee the kill. I guess it wouldn't have been a big deal either way. You could actually do fairly big damage to that Chastise. This Woken is dead. I think I'm just gonna move you forward. Let's see, where's my other one? There you are. This is the one I wanted. It sucks that we can't wall with them. Okay. I still need to move... like right here would be good. Interfuse into... Ooh, Vine Wrench is more damaging. 3 range, though. I think it'd be better just to use the disc. Oh, wait, no, I have these mushrooms right here. Okay, let's use those. Vine Wrench. So I pull you over here. Which... okay, now my Gwirl are in a good position to smack you around. How far can this thing move? And it's boulder... I might have to sacrifice one of you to kind of keep this thing at bay. We'll see, though. Okay, you can move ahead and attack. Yeah, because we get that poison down. That's going to be the main thing here. Where's another friend? Yeah, I might leave this Gwirl back here just to kind of stop that dork. Gonna get you in. Gonna get you in. Oh my god, we're getting very lucky with our hits here. Okay, and I'm gonna leave you back here to fend this thing off. You get in here. Alright, I think we might have this. That thing's taking a bunch of damage. We block. Oh, it doesn't even care. Okay, well thanks for the free hidden. Also dodge. Okay, luckily these things have terrible accuracy, or this would have been a lot harder. Earth Fuse. Ow, no, my Gwirl! No, my Gwirl! I'm sorry, little buddy. Okay, we're fine, though. Okay, let's see if my various Gwirl can do it here. This one can hit through your stuff. Yeah, I think we got it. Boom. There we go. The Gwarl gotcha. We win! Okay. I obviously want to get to the actual roguelike parts. Right now it's just been pretty linear because we haven't had any diverges in the path, but... Alright. Got an injured Gwarl. Those little guys are strong. They sure are. Only echoes continue the fight, high in black corners of the cave ceiling. Easy there. Still breathing? Gloat then, sun lover. You could survive. I could help. Help me by ending your life. I want to understand what brought you here. Such hollow, useless words. They're not hollow. I wish you... I want to know what can be done for those like you. I don't care how good you think you are, just go. Ellensfor was a boy born able-bodied and gifted. He grew up loved. He grew up protected, his decisions cared for. The defiance in this dying zealot's eyes is unlike anything he recognizes. You're still here? The woman, Elthiar, appears to not have moved. Ah, did you notice? I hate for you to presume I have no other appointments, but I was paid in better than favors to bring you. Sorry if we're keeping you then. Sorry you... Seems like you hoped for more than two of us. Hope is rarely much use. Where I am from, too flimsy, too yielding. I don't bother with it. Really, no. The open portal pours cold, scented light around his cheeks, a flowerful smell. Figures move mutely on the cave slopes. Ellensfor is reminded of a day with his dad when he watched the town market from mountaintops. The elder looks like he is perhaps more reluctant than you are to pass through, am I right? Yeah, but who knows? Could be an act. I told that dragon an ill-explained ball in the unnoble reaches of our dark and famously terrifying realm was always unlikely to garner great enthusiasm. You told that dragon? I make it a point to be honest with my employers. And before we get called on again... let's get beyond call. Hey. It's dangerous for us. We're old. I've seen you two fight. I wanted to tell you thanks, at least. Don't bother, we're not doing you a courtesy. Came from our homes, you see. It was a favor we owed and we've done it. We want to go back. We are going back, and best of luck to them, but my blood is grum, my lugs are full of dredge. Yeah. Aches get worse, unendingly worse. Travel well, then. You also travel well, and if you do return, think of wandering by. We'll feed you heaps. We want to hear what happens. Curiosity is what unites us, maybe. The young, the old, the very old. So I had to spell out each invitation as dictated, phrase by lurid phrase. You see, despite what they may tell you, dragons are not good at everything. Aren't they big boasters, dragons? I bet they are. Now, would you tell me something? Are you the clever sprout you seem to be? Clover sprout. Clover... what? You seem quite green, so I am asking. Silence means yes. Well, no, I'm sorry, what was the question? Do I make you that uncomfortable? I don't know, we're just staring at each other and it just felt weird suddenly, didn't it? Sometimes you meet someone and are stirred strange. Did it? A seldom felt feeling surprises your insides. Foreboding or fascination, fear, the fate-like sensation of familiarity that links two never-met strangers. You don't know what it is. You just have a desire to know them better, but you try not to be fooled. Yeah, no, let's get to know them better. Blah blah, murmur murmur. Ellensfor make a friend already? Murmur murmur, ah, here he comes now. Ellensfor, feels like this might be the last chance to change our minds. Want to make sure you're fully aware of the stakes. Where you dive in, know if it's the sea or the stew pot, right? And do we know? Are we confident we'll come up uncooked? We briefly did discuss this. I'm Hughes, by the way. Journey's not safe or short, she said, but she'll keep us on the path, and it's like the note said. If we make it, then the dragon will, responsibly, I guess, transport us back here in some fashion. The dragon might, or... the dragon will. Every guest is guaranteed safe passage home at the conclusion of the festivities, is the claim. I mean when you learn the worth of a dragon's promise. To my knowledge, Griffix has never made a promise and broken it. This is impressive, since my knowledge is almost humorously vast. Moreover, Dragon Tyrant or not, the ancient law of the realm punishes rather harshly an Oathbreaker. How comforting. He is? Still just her word, right? Sure, but... And so now, may I humbly insist we embark, myself and whoever will accompany me. The quarrels will never say, but I sense we are imposing. LTR steps into the light, begins to fade. Look, I am sorry, and you don't have to come. You don't even have to let me go. I am going, unless you stop me. No, I won't stop you. For no other reason than it's such a long way back already. Alright, we're going into the crazy door. Yeah, this is neat so far. Obviously we're still very, very early in, but I do like the idea that, like, all of our different worlds can kind of coincide, because we got a little bit of that across the other campaigns, where it would reference other campaigns, or, you know, insinuate that, like, you know, these are multiverses and things like that. So... And obviously everything's kept in the book. Alright, and then that brings us out to this screen. Alright, it shows how many resources we've got, and yeah, and then we get to the end. So yeah, I imagine this is going to be like your standard fare for a roguelike. We'll go for like 3 chapters and then it'll be done. Possibly. Most roguelikes usually go for 3 chapters. That's usually a full run, unless there's like a true final boss. That's like another 4th chapter. So what is this? Nether Flare. It is a placeless place, the passing pale. The bright, warm, nearly nothing that membranes worlds. There in the elbow space between realities, it is the blanket that softens chance knocks. It wraps worlds around, that their neighbors don't bruise on their shifting angles. All is fragrant, light-threaded fog, without land, sky, or direction. Who navigates the pale must be a very sure creature. Or else the thing perfectly aimless as gas. Who is pulled through is anyone, tethered by express conjure to one planar coast or another. Come further, no backward steps. You are through. Through. Howled notes dot the darkness, the lone burning voices of beasts unknown. Ooh, that was— look at this crazy owl-looking thing. Oh, that's neat. Gouts of fire leap from their lurking stones. The weather in that land is not governed by star of science, but its own chaotic appetites. She's... it's kind of a sad look. You good? I've been told that sadness suits my face. Ow. Maybe the way that wonder seems to suit yours. Ooh. Below us lies the wilds where I long have wandered. Descend, I will close the door and be with you soon. I saw you smiling. Yeah. Ellen's 4. What's this atmosphere between you and her? Nothing. I don't know. Worry about yourself. Oh, keep in mind we know nothing about her, good or bad. Yeah. Light of the door at some point leaves their backs. It's a fairly straight slope, down the side of a cliff. The stone is coarse in places, smooth in others. Bloodshot granite. A gritty hot wind several times hits their face. Silence follows and a rubbing of eyes. Can smell moisture in the air, the dust, the plant life. All very natural smells, if somewhat strange in their color. Air's at least breathable. There's at least light. A dreamed of place for the not-belongers, for the twisted and for the lost. Nitherfarwin. The name is in God's tongue. It means hill beneath the sleeping, hill or field. That is Urfar, means hill or field or sometimes grave. A slow crackling sound ripples over spires of rock. Chains in the sky undulate as if underwater, the lightened impulses and courses from link to link. Rising hill, a flat field, and a grave? Yes, none of those meanings is quite like the other. I only know a fragment of that gone language. Don't worry. I think this will startle you most. I think what will startle you most is the beauty my world hides. I can see that. LTR takes the lead, and the pair of them will follow. Well, no, wait. What are we called? Even a little company like ours needs a name. Even if it's just us? Traditions have a place in our lives, in our endeavors. It's good beginning a journey on well-worn roads. Really? The kinship of Pink Law, Morning Spring. May I suggest something? Enter your own name. I'm terrible at naming things, unfortunately, so... The kinship of Pink Law, Morning Spring. I kind of like Morning Spring. The kinship of Pink Law, I don't know. I like Morning Spring. Satisfied? I mean, kinda, but yeah. So here follows the story of Morning Spring. Across the dim, sharp rocks they went, and in the path of their mysterious guide, they... Oh. Got attacked by wolves. Hmm? Ah! Sorry. Gwar. Shall I lend a hand? Ooh? Ooh! You do actually help! Wolf, a slavering, spring-legged scavenger of netherflare with the voice of a great whirring saw. It reeks like piled meat that's been 6 days in the sun. Apparently some expression of the same animal. It bounces from leg to leg, ungraceful in its girth, spines all rattling. Ugh. Treasure chest? And a shadow spirit. Okay, so I probably want both of those things. Rewards have timers. Reaching an adjacent tile gives you an extra turn to collect the reward. Collecting a reward takes a swift action. Rewards and their timers will always be shown on the map, even in unexplored areas. Reaching an adjacent tile, it says gives you an extra turn, so I'm... Oh, I see what it means, I see what it means. So once you get there, you have an extra turn, yeah, there. And it takes a swift action to actually open it, so it's not like the spirits where you just get adjacent to them and get it. Rewards and their timers will always be shown on the map, even in unexplored areas. Walk in the Unlight. All heroes in your party must survive throughout this campaign. They can be maimed once per page. LTR and other non-hero characters can't open most rewards. LTR will always fall back if she falls in battle. Okay, so she's like a guest character in like, you know, like a strategy RPG basically, where like if she gets injured, she just falls back. Okay. Alrighty, well, I think we're gonna go ahead and end this first episode of this off here. I mean, it's like episode, like, what, 60-something of Wildermyth? But, yeah. So, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.